Would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We don't talking about yet about the fight. Me and Turkanash know each other, and then we wanna see what happens.
The news had not made it out until this week that Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez actually had a joint meeting with Turki Alaki, and the decision to make social media on different days was to terminate news about a brawl that happened in the presence of the Saudi boxing mogul. Crawford had been waiting patiently to see if Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Sheikh could lure Alvarez into a luck deal to secure the clash. And it only made sense that all three met together. The aim of the meeting was to put aside the noise of the media and have a real discussion on what they all could do to make the fight happen. Canelo was a little difficult and unrealistic with his prices, which frustrated Terence Crawford and got him into a brief war of words with Canelo Alvarez. As it was about to get out of hand, Turki Al-Sheikh intervened, and only after that did Canelo bring his prices down and make an agreement possible. This was shortly before the pair attended the Ring Magazine Awards in London this weekend, and both held talks with the influential Al-Sheikh over a clash. Immediately, a report from renowned ESPN knockout journalist Julius Julianis has suggested the pair have already reached an agreement.
One of the biggest in boxing.
We don't talking about yet about the fight. Me and Turkanash know each other, and then we wanna see what happens.
He claims that the pair are both set to meet in September in Las Vegas after the talks progressed quickly. When overseen this weekend, Alec himself appeared to hint at exactly that, telling Ring Magazine the ring is the Bible of boxing, and we are close to seeing the white smoke on the horizon. 2025 will be a crazy year for boxing. And I mean it. Al-Sheikh had previously put talks on hold, having struggled to break an impasse with Alvarez on the potential fight, but both fighters were seen posing with Al-Sheikh after talks a sign that things had taken a step in the positive direction.
Named you and Terence Crawford as one of the top 5 fights that he wants to see this year. Is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see. We'll see. Every
showdown between the two gifted operators would be one of the most mouth-watering prospects in the sport currently. The highly anticipated clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford continues to dominate boxing headlines. While the fight has yet to be officially confirmed, the prospect of these two pound-for-pound titans colliding in the ring has captivated fans worldwide. Canelo last fought in September, successfully defending his unified super middleweight titles against Edgar Banga Crawford. Meanwhile, recently moved up to 1554 pounds, defeating Israel Madrio to claim the World Boxing Association Super Welterweight Championship.
We'll see. We want to talk about it, sit down really well, and figure out something.
I know you thought he was kind of a
The fight was initially speculated shortly after Bud dethroned World Boxing Association light middleweight champion Israel Madria last August, adding 154 obs to the other 3 weight divisions that he has captured world titles in. Shortly after Crawford's triumph over Madria last summer, Canelo made another successful defense of his World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and World Boxing Organization super middleweight titles, picking up another comprehensive win in a division that he has dominated since 2021.
There's loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next?
As both fighters gear up for what could be the biggest fight of their respective careers, the 39-year-old TUI undisputed champion has already spoken out and sent a message of warning. Canelo, speaking on social media, Crawford vowed to shock the world and claim victory over the Mexican superstar. When they finally clashed, "I'ma shock the world. Watch, the best is yet to come. I had it in my back pocket this whole time."
Come my way, and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight.
He remains confident it is going to be a monumental task for Bud, who will have to move up 2 weight divisions ahead of facing the 34-year-old Mexican, who has enjoyed tremendous success during his campaign at super middleweight, defeating the likes of Gennady Golovkin, Caleb Plant, and Joel Charlo. Despite the weight difference between the two fighters, the potential for this super fight remains a hot topic of discussion.
It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'll be a
Amir Khan, the only boxer to have faced both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offered his unique perspective on this potential showdown in an interview with Box Nation. Amir Khan, who fought Canelo at a catch weight of 155 lbs, acknowledged the significant weight advantage that Canelo would possess. Canelo is a beast, man. I fought both of those guys, and I feel that size always wins having weight divisions. There's a purpose behind that, Khan explained. Terence is special, don't get me wrong, but then there's getting hit by a guy like Canelo. World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and World Boxing Organization super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez punches Edgar Banga during the second round of a title fight at T-Mobile Arena on September 14, 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast that way. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that. Khan, who suffered a 6th-round stoppage loss to Alvarez, emphasized the physicality of facing the Mexican superstar. What a fight that would be, though. I'll root for my boy Terence and want him to win that fight, but it would be hard. Does he need that fight? No, I don't think he does. He's done so well in his career and beaten everyone. He's untouchable, one of the best out there pound for pound. But if it's a big payday, I get why it would be made. Why take a risky fight for less money when he can take a seriously hard fight for serious money? Despite the risks, Khan praised Crawford's skill, noting that he has the ability to compete at the highest level. However, he reiterated the potential dangers of such a matchup, adding, "We never want to see fighters get hurt." Canelo versus Jamal Charlo playing out. I think Canelo just outboxes, outbooks well. No does outbooks him, but I think just outpowers him and beats him to the punch. And you do. Amid the growing speculation, Canelo Alvarez addressed the rumors with a brief but intriguing response. "I'm open to talk." While this forward message leaves room for interpretation, it has only fueled the excitement among boxing fans, suggesting that this mega fight might be closer to becoming a reality when they face off in September. Shakur Stevenson thinks Terence Crawford will defeat Canelo Alvarez and can make it a very easy fight. Stevenson, the World Boxing Council lightweight champion, claims that for years he's been saying that Crawford will defeat Canelo. Rumors of Canelo, and obviously your good friend mentor Terence Crawford. A lot of people a few years ago would have said that's crazy, but I think everybody, when they see the talent of Terence Crawford, the World Boxing Association champion in the 154 pounds light middleweight division, has promised to put on 14 lbs to compete in the highly anticipated bout, which would probably be the highest paying day of his career. Stevenson was sure in his response when asked if he believes Crawford will win that matchup. "I've been saying this for years now. I'm probably the first one that has been saying this even before Terence is saying this. I always thought that his Crawford style versus Canelo. I think he beats Canelo," said Shakur Stevenson. The TalkSport Boxing, Shakur Stevenson, makes it seem like Terence Crawford will stand toe-to-toe and trade blows with Canelo Alvarez in September. However, that scenario seems unlikely given Crawford's usual row when facing powerful punchers' weight classes. He's a special fighter pound for pound. I think many will say #1 in the world alongside the likes of people like yourself. And that great list that we've got at the minute, is he the man to beat Canelo? He typically relies on movement, utilizing his jab and leaping into land shots before quickly repositioning. Crawford doesn't stay stationary or engage in relentless attacks. His aggressive performance against Errol Spence was more of an exception, largely because Spence wasn't at his best following his car accident. It would be a little over a year, 13 months. You got to be very careful if you're going to take a fight above 160 lbs, because it's a new weight range, said Chris Manx on his YouTube channel about Terence Crawford taking a tune-up fight. It seems unlikely that Terence Crawford will take the risk of a tune-up fight against a super middleweight before facing Canelo Alvarez in September. Beat Canelo, yes. Honestly, if anybody could jump up in weight classes and do it, it's Terence Crawford. I don't know nobody who is mentally. If Crawford does compete in the weight class, it would probably be at a catch weight, potentially around 163 or 164 lbs against a middleweight. Moving up, possible opponents could include Aaron McKenna, Liam Smith, Austin Williams, or Chiron Davis, fighters who pose minimal threat to Crawford and are ranked lower in the middleweight division. Hall of Famer and ESPN boxing analyst